Yes, sir.
Everyone is clear, right? I think it's not tough. Clear? You just need to develop this whole understanding. Okay? Shall we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I rub it off?
Yes, sir.
See, you are done thermodynamics. Okay. So you have also derived this thing. Delta S is nothing but del of delta G, the negative side. You have derived this thing?
Yes.
Okay. So if I use it here, so what I can say, delta G is equal to delta H plus T into del of delta G by delta T at constant pressure. What is del? Partial differentiation. So effectively, mostly we write it as D only. So you must have written as D of delta G by D of T. You can also write it as the same thing. Okay. Suppose you have written this thing. Now what I want to do is, I want to get a relation between the slope of the rate of change of delta E with respect to time, or I want to get a temperature coefficient with respect to delta E. So how will I get it? Okay, what are the other equations you know? Delta G is equal to minus NFE. You know this? So if I take d of delta G by dt, it should be minus NF dE by dt. Right? So I know this whole value is nothing but this whole value. So what can I do? I can say this is nothing but delta H minus NF del E by del T. Clear? Simple maths. Right? So can you now derive what will be del of delta E by dt? Can you derive what will be this thing in terms of E cell? How? You also know this is minus NFE. So what can you say? Just derive it once. So see, what you have defined is temperature coefficient of E cell. Now what is implied by temperature coefficient? How will the E cell change if I change the temperature? Or effectively if I plot E cell with temperature, this is nothing but the slope of it. Getting my point? So what is the reason for this? I want to know if I raise the temperature, how E cell is going to change. What will be the rate of E cell change? So you can get this expression. Simple enough. You don't have to remember this, just derive it. This is my suggestion. You don't have to remember all these complicated things. You know this thing, derive it directly. Clear? So if they ask you something like what will be the temperature coefficient of E cell, they are asking you about del E by del T. Clear? Similarly, they can also ask you what will be the delta H of the reaction, and they will give you del E by del T. Again, you can do it. Or they can ask you this, what will be delta S? So what will be delta S? It is nothing but minus N into F into del E by del T. And the positive sign. Why? I just plug in the value delta G equal to minus NF E cell. So minus minus will be plus NF del E by del cell. Clear? So if you are given temperature coefficient, they can ask you, temperature coefficient of E cell is given to you, they can ask you what is delta S, they can ask you what is delta H, or they can ask you just to find these, given these values. You can do it then? Surely? Okay, let's copy it once. See, more or less, we are done with part 1 of electrochemistry. But there are few applications which may be asked you. For example, they may combine a question from ionic and electrochemistry. For example, they may ask you to find a pH of the solution. They may ask you to find KSQ solution. So we'll just do few questions which are different, and the concept is not new. Just think about the basic concept of all the electrochemistry and you will be able to do all the questions. But this can be one of the questions which can come, in which they can combine ionic equilibria as well as electrochemistry. Okay, so I'm just writing few questions. Try solving them and then we'll discuss them. Or you want me to discuss them directly?
We'll try.
You will try? Suppose this is a question which is given to you. So to determine pH, what you should know? The concentration of H plus, which is not given to you. Say it is X. Solve for it. Suppose this is the question which is given to you. In this question, only a half cell reaction is given to you, and in the first question, they have given you the full cell reaction equation. So you have to determine what is KSP in this case, and second you have to determine what is the pH in this case. Start solving. Try it once. पहले question में क्या करेंगे? What will be the E naught of this cell? This side? 0. Okay. So we know that E naught for, and this is what? Anode. This is? Okay. So now see, to determine the pH for the solution, what you will do? You can say at equilibrium, E cell equal to 0,
Temperature.
or you can say E naught cell equal to RT, or you can say 0.059.
Temperature is not given.
Okay. Let it be. But see, if the temperature is not given to you in JE, assume it to be at 298, because at times they do not give temperature. So if in case this case I am writing it temperature as 298 Kelvin, but in case I do not mention it, go ahead with 298. Okay? Standard conditions. Log of K. Clear? So what will be K in this case? What will be the K in this case? Write the equation. Anode.
Cl minus whole square.
Right? This will be the equation. This is the what? This is the half cell reaction which is given to you in the table. Just look at it. This is the same reaction. This is the Calomel electrode. You can simply see chlorine is not changing its oxidation state. It is -1 here, -1 here. But mercury is going from +1 to 0. It is not Hg2 plus. It is Hg22 plus. Hg22 plus. Fine. So what are the net number of electrons which are cancelling out? 2. So what is N? 2. So you know N equal to 2. What is E naught cell? SRP of cathode minus SRP of anode. What is cathode? This thing is cathode. So this minus this is nothing but 0.2676. And what is K? You add these two equations, you get the equation. So it will be H2 plus Hg2Cl2 yes 2Hg plus 2Cl minus. This is the equation. Plus 2H plus. This will be the equation. So this is given to you as 1 bar. Both of them are solid. This is 1 bar. This is given to you as 1 molar. You have to take it as X. So what will be the value of this? 0.059 by 2 log of 1 square into X square divided by 1. Okay? So once you get the value of log X, or once you get X is nothing but concentration of H plus. What is pH?
We don't need it because we will already get log of H plus.
You directly apply this thing.
But
So you know
So log negative आ रहा है.
log negative आ रहा है. Positive तो आ रहा है.
4 point something.
ये आ रहा है 4 point something. 2 into this positive divided by this is positive. So log of X is positive, right?
Log X is positive, so pH तो minus log X होता है.
pH can be negative. Negative pH is defined.
हाँ पता है, but negative आ रहा है वही पूछ रही
हाँ कोई दिक्कत नहीं. ठीक है? हाँ.
So in this reaction, how did we know that it is at equilibrium?
See, I have to calculate the pH of the solution. And secondly, if I have to calculate with the given data, the only thing I cannot take Q because I do not know E cell in this case. So the other possible thing which I am going to do is to take it as equilibrium. They will give you data. If I have been given E cell in this case, then I would have been asked pH at a given time. In that case, K equal to Q. But if they have not given the E cell in this case, I have to use equilibrium. Okay? But in J, they will be very clear. They will ask you at equilibrium. In this question, I agree it was not that clear, but with a given set of data, what you have to do is take it as equilibrium. See, in the second question, they asked you about KSP. So in this case, they will not give you at equilibrium. Why? Because if you determine KSP, it has to be at equilibrium. Getting my point? So in this case, they will not mention whether the reaction is at equilibrium or not, because they've asked you what is the KSP. KSP will be only at equilibrium. Otherwise, you should know the ionic product, and it is not given to you. Okay? Start solving. Write the equation of cathode, write the equation of anode, make it a habit. If you make it a habit, you will never get stuck in these type of questions. Shall I rub this off? See, first write what will be the equation in this case. They have given you for the half cell, what is happening? AgCl solid is changing to Ag plus Cl minus. No, this is the reaction. This is the reaction?
Plus.
No, this will be the reaction. It cannot be Ag plus because it is getting reduced, right? This is the half cell reaction. If it is Ag plus here also, then there is no reduction which is taking place. Then there will be no electron here. Think over it now. Yeah.
So the E naught Cl minus slash AgCl slash Ag, how do we see that from which reactant to which product is it like?
AgCl is going to Ag. So I just wrote AgCl is going to Ag. Now balance the reaction. Now first you see it is reduction or oxidation. Silver is going from +1 to 0. So it is reduction. So it will be acceptance of electrons.
And the Cl minus slash Ag.
Because you have to balance. If it is AgCl, Cl minus has to be added here. Okay? See, in these type of questions, there is always a doubt whether you should write Cl minus plus this, because Cl minus is coming first. But always look at the things which are actually getting reduced. Cl minus is not getting reduced. What is getting reduced is this thing. Just like we wrote platinum hydrogen, we never look at platinum. Did we? No. Just look at the things which are getting reduced and oxidized first and balance accordingly. Getting my point? Okay. So see, if I have to determine KSP, these two equations are given to me. See, if you have to determine KSP, what is the equation I need? AgCl gives Ag plus Cl minus, right? For this I can say KSP equal to Ag plus Cl minus. Fine? So how do I get this equation from these two? Just reverse it. Reverse the second equation. Okay, I know E naught for this reaction is nothing but 0.2204 and E naught for this reaction is nothing but 0.80. Right? So what will be the E naught for this reaction? 0.2204 minus 0.80. So once you get the E naught for this reaction, what will be that E naught equal to? E cell equal to E naught cell plus minus 0.059 by n log of Q. Assuming it to be at 298. Okay, so this will be the value. Now if I am taking KSP, so if Q equal to KSP, then the reaction has to be at equilibrium. Getting my point? So in that case, if I say at equilibrium, E cell equal to 0, or I can say E naught cell is equal to 0.059 by 1 log of Ag plus into Cl minus, right? And what is Ag plus into Cl minus equal to? KSP. So what you will get is E naught cell equal to 0.059 log of KSP. Simple. So see, you don't have to worry about the equations. Whatever is asked is going to come automatically. Just write down everything in the form of equations. This is the basic fundamental of electrochemistry. Write all the equations which you can see. For example, if I saw this, I wrote the equation. If I saw that, I wrote the equation. For KSP, I wrote the equation. And just, you will get all the values automatically. Clear? Do it once. See, now I'll give you a question, which is a theoretical question. Okay? But I will give you some values and I will ask you some questions. If you If you do this thing, what is going to be evolved at anode? What is going to be evolved at cathode? Okay. Suppose everybody listen now. अरे important है यार, सुन लो ये सवाल आ सकता है ये inorganic का भी actually है. For example, we have done that during extraction of everything. Final step is to do electrolysis. Right? Right? So suppose I give you a question that I want to extract sodium. I want to extract sodium. So what I did was I took aqueous NaOH solution. I took something as cathode. I took something as anode. Why? In this case, cathode is negative. Why? Because in this case, I am using electricity to convert a non-spontaneous reaction to a spontaneous reaction. I am not using it as a battery. I am using it for purification. Clear? So I am writing that this is electrolysis. Okay. Now see. Suppose I took aqueous NaOH. I thought I would use it to abstract. I want sodium as the metal. For extraction of sodium, I am using aqueous NaOH. Okay. The question asked to you is, what will be the products at cathode, at anode? I am giving you some data. Using that data, think over this question once, give it a thought, and try solving it. Okay? I am giving you some data. See, these are the set of data given to you. I am giving you 4 options. Select which one is right. Option A is writing what will be at anode, what will be at cathode. Option A, at anode I will get chlorine gas. At cathode I will get sodium. Option B, at anode I will get oxygen gas. I will get sodium. Option C, I get chlorine gas and I get hydrogen gas. Or option D, I get oxygen gas at anode and I get hydrogen gas at cathode. These are the 4 options given to you. This is a question which can come in JEE, and something similar to it has come in JEE more than twice. Okay, just think over it once. All the data has been given to you. A hint for you is you can think about electrochemical series. That is the hint. And the other hint is, you know, at cathode always reduction take place, at anode always oxidation take place. Clear? Think about it, solve it.
Sir, is the solution NaCl or NaOH?
NaCl.
It is NaCl, sorry. It is NaCl solution. Now it's fine. Anybody has any answer? Yeah. Last bench.
So H2 and Cl2. The Cl2H2.
Yeah.
This option? C. Wrong. Yeah.
So D.
D is right. Can you come with an explanation? One explanation is the probability of your getting correct was 1/4. So you hit the dart.
When it was taught to us the extraction of sodium, it was told that sodium cannot be extracted in aqueous solution. For that you need a molten salt solution.
Why? That's the reason is there.
Sir, NaOH will get formed. Na won't stay there in the solution as Na plus only. It will form NaOH.
No. Yes.
Sodium has more tendency to remain in the ionic state than hydrogen, so hydrogen will prefer to.
Why?
But the reduction potential.
So
We can check on
hydrogen will
that.
prefer to accept the electron and go to the cathode.
The guy at the back said the right thing. See,
So the reduction.
I know that you know the answer, but you should know the right explanation. Okay, they have given you all the potentials. We just studied what is SRP, what is SOP. So at anode, what is going to happen? Oxidation. Okay. If suppose there was no water present, then there was no problem. Why? Because you can see SRP of this is minus 2.71 and SRP of this is minus 1.36 plus 1.36. So it will oxidize others and itself get. If I look at the anode, the two competing reactions are Cl minus gives Cl2 plus 2 electron. This is first reaction, right? And the second reaction is H2O giving me O2 plus 4H plus 4 electron.